So we did a study of good work in young people. And not to put too fine a point on it, the findings were very disturbing. And I have to say that everything other people are reporting, plus my own applied work in the last few years has been very much of an alarm bell for me. The headline is, if young kids, maybe meaning 15, 20 and under, have an ethical sense, it's very different from the one that I grew up with. And not to know that as a teacher or a parent or a citizen means that you may be talking right. Well, let me just give you one example. I kind of assume cheating is wrong. In a school that we taught and we worked in this past year, we actually had a seminar on why be honest. Because most of the students saw no reason why you shouldn't cheat. So that's a fairly clear example of where the ethical line is drawn differently. But in a book called Making Good, which several of us published a few years ago, what we found among the best and the brightest, and these were literally the best and the brightest, these would be your cream of the crop in every domain, the kids knew what good work was. They knew what the right thing to do. Some of them did it. Some of them respected people who were good workers, excellent, ethical, engaged. But many of them, whether it was 30% or 40%, we can't precise it, many of them had took the attitude, someday I'd like to be a good worker, I'd like to be ethical, but I can't afford to do it now because I want to be successful. Success in America means fame and power and money. They're all joined. And if I am ethical, I'm going to lose to somebody who's cutting corners. And so someday, when I've made it, I'll be ethical and I'll hire ethical people and I'll wave the triple E flag. But in the meantime, I'm not going to be. And sometimes they said this apologetically, but sometimes they said it defiantly. And we were really very shocked by this because it's basically a slippery slope kind of argument. It's an end justifies the means argument. A slippery slope means I'm going down one way, but I can change my path someday. Ends justify the means. Someday I'm going to be ethical, so give me a pass now. And neither of those things fly as far as I'm concerned.